Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. When I say that about the explanation that about the believers, who will be the believers, who should be to be a believers. First of all, I said about to accept in the arkan of Iman. Iman, arkan of believers. What is that? That is to believe in Allah, in angels, in Rasul, in Kutub, in Day of Judgment, and God predestinations. These also the more definition by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like the one who is Muslim, innal muslimina, the one in those who is in the circle of deen of Islam, call it Muslim. We say a person who is a citizen of that country, like also the person who is in a deen of Islam, call it Muslim, either from the conversion either or by the parents to be Muslim, he will be Muslim. However, but Mu'min is the qualities of the one who got Muslim. It means the person has to be Mu'min first, that to be as a good Muslim or a Muslim, because the Muslim is a kind of official name, if I put it in this way, but the Iman is the one who is involved in it, has to be the member of that. So the member, if it be some not this good people, so cannot be as a still he is a Muslim, but as a believers which Allah required to be, those are who they are, Muslimin wal Mu'minat. There is a 10 qualities there. First of all, about the like I said about Islam, become also Mu'min, to become first Mu'min, and then also he can enter to the Islam. Anyone, this 10 quality has it, this 10 degree, this 10 condition, he is a believer. Is no matter. He is good to be Muslim, even though if he is not Muslim, but still he comply for this 10 quality to be, or this which I'm telling you, I'm explaining now to you who they are. For example, to be obedient, to obey to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has to be truthful, the person. And also at the same time, Muslimin, Muslimat, mean Muslima, and the one is man, and the one also woman. Mu'minin, Mu'minat means believers, woman, man, believers, woman. At the same time, Qanitin wal Qanitat, and the one who is the obedience, and woman and woman. And also number 4, there should be Sadiqin wa Sadiqat, the one who to be a truthful, in a straight person, right person, either man or woman. And then also Sabirin wa Sabirat, and then is the persevering or patience, or this person or man and woman. And also the number 6 is خاشعين والخاشعات, the one who has humble, either man or woman. And also the متصدقين, this is very important, this word, متصدقين والمتصدقات. This is charitable. The person is not take everything by them for himself. Allah gave to some people wealth, money, gold, or any other gardens, those, but has to be charitable from it, because this is not from it, it's all trust. Allah gave trust, you have to pay back. But anyway, وَالْمُتَصَدِّقِينَ وَالْمُتَصَدِّقَاتِ, who has to be that? The one is woman, or the one who is believer. And also وَالصَّائِمِينَ وَالصَّائِمَاتِ, at this time we are Sa'im, all of us, alhamdulillah. And the one also believer, which we believe that we do that. And also about the also the guarding of appetite, the one فروجهم والحافظين فروجهم, the one who is guarding appetite of the to cover those furuj. Then also وَالذَّاكِرِينَ اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا, the one who also make all the time the zikr Allah, but is remembering all the time, like for example, every minute if we say MashaAllah, Bismillah, Jazakumullah, or like this, the word of Allah has to be mentioned. We call all the time. That's Zakirin. That's the one who does is believer. And then this is the 10 point was in the end what Allah has promised for these kind of actions, which is the believers do, and Allah will also has prepared for them a big reward. See, أعد الله لهم مغفرة وأجرا عظيما. This is the one. So the biggest reward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give that one. So the iman, this is the one of the qualities which the one who believes in Allah to the 6 arkan of faith of believers has to be entirely confidence for those what he's saying, and he has to be accept by his own heart, not like under the tongue it be something different meaning for the one you say I am, but is not, that's is not the moment, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also mentioned that whatever you say, whatever is in your mind, think about it. وَإِن تُبْدُوا مَا فِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَوْ تُخْفُوهُ يُحَاسِبْكُم بِهِ اللَّهُ. So this means the one talking has to be truth. Has to be truth, and if someone has believe in Allah, believe in those things, the 6, and at the same time 10 qualities. He has to be good Muslim too, even though he is not Muslim, even though and he was good to be as Jewish. If he has these 10 qualities, if he has if it is all arkan, so he is a musaddiq, he is a charitable, he is his heart true to Allah, to this, and also he is a good mu'min too. it can be. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for favoring our deen, put first innal muslimina. Other than that, if this the first one was Nabi, this is, you can refer to another religion about it. Anyway, also in Quran, 85 times, maybe 85 times, yes, is mentioned about the Ya ayyuhal lazina amanu. Is in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly start with the believer. Even though in about when I last week I mentioned last 2 weeks that about the creation of nature, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to give you in the first condition first, that first of all you have to be a mu'min. That then he explained what was his creation through to the nature, through to the heaven and the earth and those. So again, is similar today also, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya ayyuhal lazina amanu, is particular for mu'mineen. He is starting all kind of recommendation, all kind of ordering, ahkam, or any other favorite talk. For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, innamal mu'minuna allazina iza zukira Allah wajilat qulubahum. And the one who, the mu'min, if it is make remember Allah, he gave more, expand the person heart. And وَإِذَا تَلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتًا إِيمَانًا وَعَلَى رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ. So only those are the believers whose heart, when Allah is mentioned, moving, kind of starting shaking with the fear. And what does it mean? That demands of Allah, some ayat is very strong, like azabun muqim, azabun alim, and those. And the one who is a mu'min, when he or she listen, they receive that sound, his heart or her heart become drop with the fear. I hope not to be like that, for example. However, and when his message are recited to them, they increased their faith. Quran also stated that faith can grow, the iman can grow with the dhikr, with the remember of Allah. Like I mentioned too, if the person, of course he is a Muslim, but still you have to always say Alhamdulillah, Bismillah, Wala hawla wala, La ilaha, Allah, Allah. Those are all, when you repeatedly, we can say our heart will be much more, no fearing, much more stronger, much more confidence. So this is also, I give you one more break. Inshallah, I come back to talk some more about it. Inshallah.